Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a major Taco Bell fan and you are very disappointed in them taking some of your favorite items off of their menu, then I'll tell you what, this is going to be a video for you, especially if you were one of their Mexican pizza lovers. I loved their Mexican pizzas. I wanted to be able to make it at home. They are very simple and easy to make, so Taco Bell, you ain't got nothing on In the Kitchen with Sandy. We're gonna make one right here today. I am super excited. You really don't need a whole lot of, crazy ingredients. You just really basically need some refried beans, which I've got those here. I've got some hamburger meat, ground chuck. You're also gonna need either a seasoned packet for like the taco meat packet, the seasoning that goes in there, or you can make your own homemade, which is what I'm going to do today. I like to make it like that. And we're also going to use some red enchilada sauce. We're going to use some taco shells. Hold that thought. Now, normally you're supposed to get like the soft taco shells, but I ended up getting like the burrito shells. I'm not really sure how that happened, but honestly, I'm not sure how that happened, but I got the bigger ones, but that's all right. I'll make a couple of these and, we can share them. So it is what it is. Don't be judgmental. I'm also going to use some fresh tomatoes to go on top, some green onions, some black olives. I got some black olives over there in the can, and some Mexican cheese, and what else? I might even throw some jalapenos on mine, and I'm sure the hubby will throw some sour cream on his. I don't like sour cream. But this is going to be so simple and easy, and I think that you're really going to like this recipe. And let me tell you now, if there's anything that you like at Taco Bell that they no longer have on the menu that you would like for me to recreate for you, just let me know. Let me know. Us Taco Bell people, girls, guys, whatever, we have to stick together. Let's go ahead and get started. I've already started on my meat here, my ground chuck. Well, I had to because guess what? I forgot to lay it out of the freezer, so it was still a little frozen. Well, frozen solid, to be honest with you. But that's all right. We can make it work. We can make it work. So what I've done is, and if you do pull your hamburger out, you forget to lay your hamburger out of the freezer, it's no big deal. I would rather just put it in a pot, put it on very low, and put a lid on it, and then it just starts cooking, heating through without. If you put it in the microwave, it gets all watery and not good, but that's what I did anyway, and it's working out just fine. I'm going to go ahead and get this browned really well until it's completely done, and then I'm going to drain the grease off of it. This has quite a bit of grease off of it. I'm going to go ahead and empty my beans out into a little pot here. Now look at that. Look at that. You can use any bean that you would like to use, any of the refried beans. The brand really doesn't matter. And if you wanted to, you could season these beans as well. But I'm going to leave them just as is because I'm going to have enough taco seasoning in my meat that it's just going to work out perfectly. Now, if they're like super, super thick, sometimes I'll add just a little pinch of water just to thin them out just a little bit. But you know what? Where I left the liquid on top, look at that. There's some whole beans in there. I think that's going to be just fine. And I'm going to turn this down on low, extremely low, because you want to make sure that you don't scorch them. And if they do start thickening up, just add just a little pinch of water in there. Now that we have our meat going, we're going to go ahead and get started chopping our veggies for our tacos. train well. And guess what, guys? Change of plans. Look what I found in my cabinet. Hot and spicy. I was looking for my cumin and I found this in here, so we're going to use this instead. It's alright. You can change it up. You can mix it up. And as you can see here, I just poured my red enchilada sauce right in a bowl, because you really don't have to heat that, because you're going to heat everything up in the oven. But this is going to be so good. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. Now this is about 1.5 pounds of meat. So I might have to add a little extra to it. Now if you're doing your own meat at home, or not meat, Lord have mercy. If you're doing your own seasoning, I swear I'll get it out. Then for about 1 pound of meat, I gotta add some water to that. For about 1 pound of meat, you're gonna need about 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and then cumin. I like a good teaspoon of it in there. I like that cuminy taste. I also use the onion flakes, and I probably use about a good teaspoon and a half of that. Onion powder and garlic powder, and then I always put a little salt in it as well. And sometimes I put crushed red pepper flakes in it too. But I'm just gonna heat this through. I like to add a little bit more water in it than that. I probably will, because what I like for my meat to have quite a bit of the water content in there, because you can look at that. Look at the seasoning in that. So when this comes to a boil and starts really cooking, then all of that seasoned liquid is going to absorb right into that meat. It's going to make the meat smaller where it's kind of simmering, and it's just going to be so infused with flavor. If I'm just using a packet of it and I find that I don't have enough seasoning after I've used the amount of liquid that I like, I just add some more in there. I usually end up adding a little bit more cumin to it anyway, because I like cumin. I forgot to turn the camera on, so I am brushing these with olive oil. These are my tortillas. And I've got them on a foil-lined baking sheet. So I hate when I forget to turn the camera on. My oven is preheated to 325 degrees, and we're just going to pop these in the oven until they get nice and crispy, which really should only take about 6 or 7 minutes, but I'll let you know the exact time. They were in the oven for about 8 minutes. I flipped them over. I cooked them for 4 minutes, and I flipped them over and cooked them 4 minutes on the other side. And look at that. They are nice and crispy. So all we're going to do is take our... And I want you to look at this. You have to make sure that you poke holes in it with like a toothpick when you first put it in there, right after you put the olive oil on it, or you'll get those like little bubbles like that. But it's all right. It's still edible. Go ahead and add your beans. Just a nice little layer. And that's a big one. This one turned out like really super crispy.
Is Pumpkin sleeping?
No, she's eating taco salad because she got her braces tightened today. She just got home a few minutes ago. So Olivia won't be having a taco pizza. She had her braces tightened today. So she's just having the meat and cheese and all that good stuff. Look at that. That one's bigger than that one. I guess that one's gonna be mine. And then just spread it around. And then just spread your meat. And then you just put your shells right on top. Add your red sauce, and you know, you could add any type of sauce that you'd like, but I think this is gonna be just perfect. Add as much or as little as you want. Then we're gonna add the cheese. Here the dogs come running. Look at that, they already look like Taco Bell Mexican pizzas.
Did you get some grade D meat?
Some what?
Grade D meat like Taco Bell?
Grade D. I don't even know what he's talking about. some green onions. Look at that. It's so pretty. I just like it. I like a lot of green onions on mine. Some black olives. Like I said, you could add any toppings that you like. If you don't like black olives, don't put black olives on there. If you want green olives, put green olives on there. You put whatever your little heart desires. This is your Mexican pizza. And then, you want jalapenos on yours?
Yeah, why not?
And some tomatoes. And I'm putting tomatoes on mine. He doesn't want tomatoes on his. Look at that. You ain't gonna get no Mexican pizza at Taco Bell looking like that, that's for sure. Now I'm gonna pop this back in the oven for, I'm gonna throw a couple more olives on there, for about 3 minutes, just to let the cheese melt. Look at that. I want to show you these before he comes in here and gets his. So they are so pretty. Look at these. Look at that. Look how amazing those look. Your own Taco Bell pizza, Mexican pizza, right there. I guarantee it's better. I'm ready to dig in. Look at that. Cheers. Mmm. That is really good. Mmm. I have it on my mouth. So good. I hope you like this recipe. I hope you make it soon. Gotta have our Taco Bell. You know I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Take care.